Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Banjo-Tooie. In the last episode, we did some post-world backtracking and much of the cleanup, which isn't really all that much, honestly, though. And along the way, we unlocked our next world, and so in this episode, we're going to enter World 2. This is Glitter Gulch Mine. So basically, a little mine theme level is, what it is. If we were actually, recall, with the Donkey Kong Country games, they had their own kind of mine theme levels. This must be Banjo's take on it here. But first and foremost, we have a Cheeto page right here, and now we have all 5 pages, and so now we can be able to turn in those 5 pages, and then Cheeto will be able to give us a cheat code. And just remember, in case we forgot where he is, he's in Gruntilda's former lair in Spiral Mountain, so there we go. We're not gonna do that yet though, because I'm gonna wait until after I pretty much get everything I need in this level, and then it's gonna be part of the next post-world backtracking or cleanup that we're gonna be doing. So turning those Cheeto pages is what we're gonna be doing on the way. Yeah, after getting 5 of those, then yeah, we can just do our first cheat code from him. And now, next thing we're gonna do, there's a jam jar silo. So let's see what's the move that we're gonna be learning here. This is Bill Drill. So this here is basically an upgraded Beak Buster here, and so that if you jump and then press and hold the Z button, then Kazooie will actually start using her beak as a drill, which honestly sounds so fucking painful. Like, Jesus. I mean, her beak must be, made of steel, though. I mean, considering the amount of times we had to use the Beak Buster, especially back in Banjo-Kazooie, and, even Kazooie was actually fearful of that one when we learned the boo from bottles, but yeah, that's actually what the Bill Drill is. And so you see these boulders right there. We've actually seen these boulders beforehand, and we could not do a goddamn thing about them. But now that we have the Bill Drill, we can actually be able to drill those boulders. So yeah, it's yeah, Kazooie's Giga Drill Break. Who the hell do you think she is? But anyways, so yeah, that's actually what the Bill Drill does. Just break those boulders like that here, and then you get some nice parts here, just like that empty honeycomb piece. And there is a little hut over this way, so let's go inside here and see who lives here. It could be somebody. Oh, hello, it's a fox, cowboy fox. Howdy. Who might you be? I'm Bill. I'll bet your other names is golf related. What is it? Gold Bar Bill? Klondike Bill? Nope. Bullion Bill's my name. Thought so.
What's up, Bill?
My rodent partner, Dilberta, went looking for gold, but she's been gone far too long.
We'll keep a lookout for her.
Not so fast, Banjo. Make sure he makes it worth our while.
And the dialogue is slow, of course. Yeah, okay, can we have a prize if we find her? I like how Banjo is just like a very begrudgingly, asking for a prize because, since, because we pressured him to make it worth it.
So basically his situation is that we actually met this rat before. We met Dilberta in Mayhem Temple. And so we basically released her from prison, but there's that boulder that she actually wanted to get to the other way, the back way, but it was blocked by the boulder, and so, well, we couldn't do anything about it because we didn't have the Bill Drill, but we do now, and so we can actually go back over there, but that is actually going to be saved until I actually do the next backtracking video. So yeah, she might have to stay for a little longer to extend stay. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to keep you in there longer. And then up in the tracks, there's a Jinjo right there, and this must be, I think this is our first pink Jinjo, or is it purple? I think it's pink actually, because I mean, it was kind of looking like either pink or purple, but it looks more pink than anything for that Jinjo. But that's actually the first of that kind of family here. And if we can go ahead and get this right here, then we have the running shoes right here again. Now, there's actually one thing that that never gonna show up here, and so there's actually one new thing that they added for the running shoes, which I'll show off after the cutscene's over. But a little bit thing about Glitter Gulch Mine is that it's kind of a labyrinthine kind of level though. So this is actually where the game tests your skills and maybe your patience too, about where everything is when it comes to labyrinth. But anyway, so look at this right here. So you see what I'm doing right here? The running shoes now have the ability to run out water. So yeah, suddenly Kazooie turns to Jesus and just runs out of the water. And it's actually kind of cool. This is actually something new they added to the table in this game because previously in Banjo-Kazooie, the running shoes never allowed you to do that, because like as soon as you run into a body of water, then the running shoes will deactivate. However, what they added in Banjo-Tooie is that now they gave them the ability to run on water, so that's actually really cool and nice, honestly. So just skim across the water right here with the running shoes, and then there we go. There's our Jiggy right there in the in this waterfall cave here, and there we go. So let's head right over this way, and yeah, we're actually in the deeper part of the mine where actually the music kind of goes a little slow and a little dingy here. And not to mention, there's also some new enemies to go over, which I haven't gone out of the way to do here. So yeah, there's that one TNT crate. Those guys are very dickish though. Well, I'm not sure I'm saying guys though, but they seem to be sentient though because they're outright attacking us because we're actually just you know, in close proximity. So of course, I mean, they had to be sentient because they see I mean, they have a thing against bears or something. And they have a you know, they have some kind of a you know, unfair kind of range here because even if you're not even close to them, like if you're within their radius, then they will try to blow out these TNT sticks right at you, and you'll take damage from that there too. So you have to be careful of those there. And there's another cheetah page, and this one, like for some reason, I thought I was actually going right over it, and the game didn't act like I was even that close to its hitbox. So I had to just, you know, just try to swim as precisely. But now I got the cheetah page right then and there. All right, we'll just head back outside right here. And so one thing I gotta say though is that so for a Glitter Gulch Mine, the music, I gotta say though, I fucking love this track. I love it so much. Like, you know, this I would say it's probably one of my absolute favorite tracks in Banjo-Tooie, the Glitter Gulch Mine theme. It's so goddamn catchy. Like, you know, it really fits well with, you know, with working mines and all that, and you know, you hear the nice banjo tunes, and you know, with the way the music goes, like especially in the overall, it's such a goddamn catchy song. I love it. It's my you know, maybe not one of my absolute favorite. I think my absolute favorite track in Banjo-Tooie. It's such a damn good track. I love it so much. I could just listen so much and just kind of like dance and just jam out to the tunes of the Glitter Gulch Mine theme. It's so good. I love it. We actually miss the kind of banjo-esque tunes that, you know, that you mostly had in Banjo-Kazooie, especially Spiral Mountain. And then this game actually replaced it with the more depressing, somber variation of Spiral Mountain. Well, they actually brought it back here, and it's so goddamn good. I love Glitter Gulch Mine theme. Now here we are in the Toxic Gas Cave, and as you can see here, there's only two collectibles here, just empty honeycomb piece and a Jinjo right here. We got the brown Jinjo. You don't want to stand there though because you see that from Banjo's air meter that, you know, actually gradually decrease because, you know, if it actually gets down to 0, the Banjo will actually suffocate from the toxic gas. And these guys right here, these enemies with the cowboy hats, these are called Billy Bobs. If you get close to them, they'll pop out of the ground and they'll try to attack you, just like that. They're pretty easy to kill though. Just roll into them and then that's how you take them down. They're very easy to spot though because, you know, they're supposed to basically fool you into thinking they're some kind of boss molehills because, fun fact, Glitter Gulch Mine was originally going to be a level in Banjo-Kazooie, but they had to scrap that due to time constraints. So, basically what the intention was is that the Billy Bobs are supposed to resemble the molehills from Bottles, just to trick the players, but since they brought out for Banjo-Tooie, and considering that Bottles is, well, you know, dead, and so he's replaced by his brother Jam Jars and Silos. Then, you know, there's nothing foolhardy at all about these hats. You can actually just be able to spot them right then and there, and just know they're bad news. So yeah, that's just all there is. So this here is the Gloomy Cavern. So we have this TNT barrel. I think it might be some kind of a powder keg or something. There's nothing we can do about that though because we need something, like some kind of a certain transformation to actually blow this one up. But we'll come back for it later once we get to that transformation. I'm actually gonna start by going around the whole level just by unlocking those warp pads because you know, we'll definitely need those warp pads right then and there because of you know, just traverse faster, basically for the sake of fast travel. And we hear a whistle right here, so let's just smash a bullet right here, and then there we go. Our first green Jinjo here. And that Jinjo has been under that boulder, and yet somehow he seems fine. And you know, the same thing happened with Grunty, and you know, the consequence of that just basically, you know, did not end well for her because, you know, she just made her into a living corpse, well, skeleton rather, who is still alive somehow. Because I like to think that you know, it's so weird that, you know, with Grunty having spent 2 years under that boulder, and you would have thought she died, but you saw in the opening that she's actually still struggling to escape. And all that, even after 2 years, which shows that she's somehow still alive, and she's only reduced to a skeleton, but she's actually still alive and kicking somehow. And I probably would like to think that, you know, it's actually because she's a witch, and from what I've read so far is that witches are supposed to be well known for their immortality. So, like, no matter how much anything bad happens to them, or, like, you know, if their flesh rots away, and yeah, they actually still live. So, that might be what it is, or the kind of thing that, that Grunty has, you know, with her being a witch and all that. Alright, so this here is another one of those dark caverns here, and so we have these generators, and they are very poorly run. So, what we have to do is that you have to shoot the fire eggs into those generators, and that'll light up the path for you. There's actually 2 Jiggies that they're in these extremely or perpetually dark caverns that you have to light up the ways here. There's you know, this one for instance though, just by shooting the fire eggs in those generators to light the pathway, and it's actually temporarily though, because after a while then they'll deactivate and then the room goes dark again. But there's another one though that you actually can get this Jiggy pretty early if you ever want to though, just by either you know. Using the fire eggs to light the path, or where you actually just look closely to the TV screen and just make out where the path is. But you know, theoretically, I actually could get that Jiggy right away though. But I'm actually not going to do that this time though, because you know, I actually did it in my previous playthrough when I was you know, doing my main file in this game or the NSO version. And so I actually managed to get the Jiggy just by looking closely at my TV screen and just got it right then and there. And I even posted about it on Twitter or Blue Sky. But I also say, you know, it was also the cheap way to do that, and I actually did promise the followers, well, you know, or just make a promise to me where, you know, if I actually do get to do a let's play of this game, then I'll just show off the legit way, because the legit way to do that is that you have to save the Jiggy for later, and then wait till the next world to learn a certain move from that one, and then just show you the way from there. So that's actually what I'll do in this LP. I'm just not going to worry about that Jiggy and just show it off the more legit way. Alright, so, I think that's pretty much all I can say about Glitter Gulch Mine, you know, about, you know, the enemies and all that, and of course, you know, the music, and, you know, the fact that I fucking love this track. I just love it to death. And so we're gonna go ahead and, enter Mumbo Skull right here, because, you know, he's right there, though, and then, there's actually, 2 Mumbo pads that we have here, so we're gonna go ahead and get Mumbo to help us out here. Now, before we can see here, Mumbo is actually wide awake right now, because the first time we actually saw him, is that, you know, he was already asleep, and so, you just wake him by getting his help. But after Mayhem Tumble, and then all the subsequent times that you visit Mumbo in his skull and the rest of the worlds, then, you know, he'll be wide awake and just wait for Banjo to come by. So, so there's actually no cutscene for that right there, so there you go. Alright, so now we're back to playing as Mumbo, and we're going to go ahead and do a bit of his magic around in some areas. We saw that one Mumbo pad in that one building. So we're going to go ahead, it's actually outside the crushing shed. And there is a boulder here that we have to do something about. So we go and stand on that Mumbo pad, it's right there. And hope this works. Yeah, Mumbo, you got to have a little confidence in yourself. So this magic here is Levitate, and we're levitating the Jiggy boulder. And we see there's actually some kind of a Jiggy inside that's either inside the boulder or maybe just fossilized somehow. I mean, considering that Jiggy presence right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just bring it over to the shed here, the crushing shed, and then we'll have to you know, do some kind of a puzzle to activate the crushers. And then hopefully that'll take us over to the Jiggy. So anyways, yeah, I guess I can't really think of anything else to talk about when it comes to Glitter Gulch Mine, but you know, like I said, it's a labyrinth-like kind of world. So you know, it actually does. This is where it kind of does test your knowledge on all the puzzles here. So you know, just you'll be coming around here a lot of times. You know, especially for first-time players, and I can understand how frustrating it can be, though. All right, so we're inside the train station right here. So and there's actually a whole system when it comes to a train station, which I'll talk about later. And oh my god, shovels! Of all things, shovels are actually trying to kill me. First the blossoms are lifesavers in Rusty Bucket Bay, and now shovels. Everything is trying to kill me. Those shovels, they're called diggets, and well, you know, they just come after you and just right then and there. Just so you know, any kind of inanimate object with eyes, and they come out to kill you for no reason. It's all the Banjo series in a nutshell. Alright, so this here is Chuffy the train, and we can see that it unfortunately derailed, and so what we're going to do is we're going to levitate in, so we're going to go ahead and bring the train back over, and then just reconnect it with the other car here. You know, we saw that signpost right here, and then this mysterious entity that was talking to us, saying that's derailed, so therefore we can't really use it at the moment. But now after levitating the train, then now it's come back in working order, and so we can be able to use it there. But we can't really use it yet though, because there's actually a certain condition that we have to do first before we're able to take the train. But the train is actually one of those methods of travel between different worlds, and so more on that once we actually get to use the train and all that. But you know, we have to do this one thing first before we actually use the train, and that's actually going to be the thing that I'll save for the last part of Glitter Gulch Mine, or like the third video for that, because one thing I don't think I ever explained though is that, you know, how I separate the videos for each of the worlds. That I'm actually doing this in a more organized manner. To where what I'll do is that for one video I'll do the first set of the Jiggies that we actually can collect for right now for the current abilities, and then the secondary video will be just me getting the other Jiggies that I can get. And then any of those Jiggies I don't really get, well, you know, those are the ones that we would have to save for the backtracking videos until we get a later move for the later worlds. And then the third video for a world was actually going to be the boss, because, you know, because each world actually has their own bosses. So I just like to make the one video for the for you know, being a boss video, and I should just say the bosses for last. You know, the bosses are actually the last thing I do before finishing a world right now. Alright, so here in the crushing shed, you want to make sure to not get hit by the crushers, obviously, because, you know, they will take massive damage, and of course they will, though. I think they just I think Banjo's health will be brought all the way down to 1 honeycomb if he gets crushed by those crushers there, so that's when you want to be careful. So you want to make sure to time it right, and so once it actually opens up for you after it gets done crushing, you want to immediately hurry over. It's best to use the talent trot to get past them, just for the sake of going fast. And then hit the switch right here, and then the boulder will be crushed by those spikes here, or those spike rollers, and then there we go. So that's the boulder that's been crushed here, and then in addition to the boulder being crushed, it actually breaks the Jiggy into 3 pieces though. So what we have to do is we have to regather the Jiggy pieces to recomplete it, and then that will just count as us getting a Jiggy. So that's basically all we gotta do though. So and then they're actually scattered around this general area, so they're not really hard to find. You can actually just see the gold piece of it here, and then just recomplete it. So yeah, that's all we gotta do. And you can actually see there's another Jiggy in the alcove behind the waterfall, and unfortunately, folks, we can't get it right now because we don't have the move for that. So right now it's just sitting there, laughing at us over the fact that we can't get the Jiggy right now. So that's not gonna be until later. So, anyways, I think that should be it for this video with the first half of Glitter Gulch Mine. So. Next time on Let's Play Banjo-Tooie, we're going to collect more of the Jiggies in Glitter Gulch Mine, and also do the transformation for this world, and you know, do some more things, and then just you know, and get the Jiggies there. So, with that said, I will see you guys next time.